Hello everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. We're gonna get started. And today we're gonna start standing at the top of the mat. Again, I'm just making sure that we are keeping track of the time. So I'm just putting a timer right here. And so yeah, you're gonna get standing. Your feet are pressing to the mat as much as you can. Your legs are engaged. You're engaging your quadriceps, putting your thigh up into your hip socket. Press your feet into the mat. Engage your belly. Reach the crown of your head towards the sky. Your chin is parallel to the floor. Your fingertips are reaching toward the mat. Not overextending your shoulder, not like super exaggerating the movement, but you literally start to engage your arms. Maybe your feet are together or equal distance apart, whatever feels more comfortable in your body right now. You can close your eyes and start to tune into your breath. Try to match the length of your inhale and the length of your exhale. Just to ground ourselves into our practice, we're going to do 4 box breathing. That means that we're going to inhale for 4, pause for 4, exhale for 4, and pause for 4 again. And we're going to do that 4 times. So when you're ready, again, maybe your eyes are closed, you can have your palm at your heart center or again alongside your body. Try to notice everything which is engaged and start to breathe through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, and pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 3, 2, 1, and pause. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, and pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, and pause. 2, 3, 4. Last one. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 3, 2, 1, and pause. 3, 2, 1. Exhale all the air out and take a deep, deep breath in. And exhale out. Blink your eyes open and reach your arm overhead. Engage your legs and press your feet into the ground. To reach your hands toward the mat. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. You can either take a high flat back, so having your hands on your chin, even on your side, if it feels better. Plant your hands and step long and back your left foot toward the mat. You are in runner's lunge. Press into your front heel towards your back toes and empty your left knee to the mat. Dig into your left hip flexor while you try to keep your chest open. Maybe you grab your block and you put them alongside both of your front feet, both blocks alongside the front feet, sorry. And you really taking the stretch into your left hip flexor. You can bend a little bit deeper your front right knee. And you're really trying to keep your knee above your ankle and your chest open. Last press, open your chest. On your next exhale, you're going to back up your hips to try to straighten your front leg. And take half animal, half split. You're really trying to not sink into your joint here. So try to stay engaged in that back leg. So maybe you're staying up to that knee. And try to flex your right knee. Your chest is looking toward the front of your mat. You can bow if it feels good in your lower back, but you don't have to. You also can use blocks to bring the floor closer and not go into the stretch too deep too soon. Breathe into your front knee. You take the stretch in your left hip flexor across the torso. Proud chest, inhale. Exhale, tuck your back toe and go back to that remote. And we're going to pulse a little bit to warm up the body and extend your front leg to take that long pyramid pose. Maybe you can also lift your front right toes and go onto your hip and go high into the ball of your left foot to really give space to your hips to stretch. Inhale, rebend, open your chest, take the stretch into your left hip flexor. Exhale, straightening both of your legs. Inhale, last one. Deep, open your chest. Reach the crown of your head towards the sky. Exhale, straightening both of your legs. Maybe put your right toes towards the sky. And maybe this time you lower your torso a little bit. Lower. Try to not dump all of your weight into your wrists. That's why I'm on my fingertips here. Rebend your front knee. Push your block away from you. And step your right foot to meet your left foot. And you are in plank position. I'm going to clean up a little bit my mat. Sorry about that. And in plank, it's like Tadasana. So that's exactly the same engagement we were having at the very beginning of the class when we were pressing our feet to the floor. Our hands were reaching down. So of course here they are trying to hold our body to fight gravity, but other than that, we're exactly having the same shape. So our neck is neutral. We don't do anything weird with our neck or our eyes. Our gaze is at the front edge of our mat. Our legs are super engaged. They are way bigger than the rest of our body. So we really want to use them to support the body. The navel is going towards the spine and our shoulder blades are reaching toward the sky as well. Press into the palm of your head. Your fingertips are really anchored into your mat. That's going to help to remove some weight from your wrists. And you're going to lower all the way down to the mat, onto your chest. You will bring your elbows in front of your chest to take Sphinx pose. So here you really want to have all the weight into the edge of your elbows and your arms are parallel as possible. You can put your hands together, that's totally fine, but your forearm really need to make the number 11. And you're opening your chest here, so you're really using the pressure of your elbow into the mat. Engage your leg. Lift your kneecaps away from the floor. That's going to help to engage your baby as well. And we're going to take some cat stretch plank. So we're going to lower our neck and relax our head. Sorry, that's here. Relax your head and keep your leg pretty much engaged. And on your next exhale, you're going to lift your hips away from the floor, but you're going to keep your toes as they are. So you're not going to tuck your toes under. Of course, if it's very uncomfortable on your ankle, you're more than welcome to modify. That's totally fine. If you want that extra challenge, just come with me. So big inhale, and on the next exhale, we're pressing the navel towards the spine and we're lifting our hips towards the sky as well. Inhale, lower away from the floor, pressing to the top of your feet and into your elbows. Dig deep. Inhale, lower your hips. Exhale, lift them back up. Your head is relaxed as well, so you can look maybe between your feet. Inhale, lower everything down, 2 more. Exhale, press the floor away, dig into your elbow in the top of your feet, relax your head, and send your navel toward your spine. Inhale, last one. Exhale, press the floor away. Run your upper back, press your elbows into the floor. Last 3. Last 2. And 1, you're going to empty your knees to the floor and bring your knees underneath your hips. And maybe you can extend your arms long to the front of the partner pose. So it's really the difference between that and child's pose is that you have your hips high and you above your knees rather than having them towards your hips. Pressing to the top of your feet, press your hand into the mat, and maybe your forehead is touching the mat. If you want a little deeper, maybe you can put your chin on your mat and look to the front of the room. It's a very good stretch for your shoulder and start to open your back to prepare for back bends. Your belly is still engaged. Inhale. Lift up and place your hands into tabletop position. We're going to take some active cat-cow today, so really not losing any time in between every breath in and breath out. And we're going to activate our core by doing a little bit of dynamic movement into our pelvic floor. So on an inhale, you're going to dig your belly towards the floor and open your chest and your sit bone toward the front wall and the back wall. Your neck is also going toward the front of the room. Exhale, press the floor away, send your shoulder blades toward the sky while you're putting your tailbone toward the floor. Inhale, open your chest and your sit bone, press the top of your feet on the floor. Exhale, press the floor away, relax your head, relax your jaw. And continue to engage your chin on the inhale. Open, press into the mat, exhale, press everything away, relax your head, and your legs are engaged. And we're going to do that a little bit quicker. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And that's really helping to warm up, on one hand, your pelvic floor, of course, but also your core. And that's why I'm always starting with core, because once we fire up the middle of our body where our internal fire is, that's helping to just get warm everywhere. So that movement here is really helping to engage all the middle, the center, our inner fire. And you can do even quicker if you want. You don't have to do anything with your head. It's really just on your hips, on your pelvic floor. Your belly, of course, is engaged. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Come back to neutral spine. You're going to tuck your toes under and lift your knees away from the floor. So nothing is changing here, just having your knees away from the floor. And to do that, you're really using your belly to support your belly. And we're going to take some bear tap. So right knee, right elbow, bring it back, left to left. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees back to the mat. Take a cow pose, take a stretch, open your chest. Exhale, press the floor away once more, relax your head. No drama into the breathing. Go back to neutral and do that again. We're going to lift our knees away from the floor, but this time we're gonna bring our right knee to our chest, right heel to the sky, press the floor away, extend your left leg, both feet to the mat. And we're not gonna go back all the way to the floor, to the mat. We're just gonna continue to over our knees today. Left knee to your chest, left heel to the floor, to the sky, extend your right leg long and back, both feet to the mat, both knees overing away from the mat. We're going to take that once more from each side. Right knee to your chest, right heel to the sky, extend, press the floor away, both feet to the mat. Both knees hovering, left knee to your chest, left heel to the sky, press the floor away, and downward facing dog. Maybe you readjust your down dog on your tabletop back roll situation. So find your nice down dog. Your back is very, very long. You don't want any rounding into your lower back, and to avoid that, you bring in a bend into your knees and you reach your hip crease high to the sky. Your hands are pressing into the floor. Every single fingertips is engaged and also pressing into the floor. Your armpits are facing one another. Your arms are super straight. And your heels are leaning toward the front wall. The back wall, sorry. Bring your belly in, scoop, and engage everything. Look forward and bring your right. We are back into that low lunge. We're going to plant our left hand to the mat and open our chest to do simple twists. Your back leg is super engaged. Close your chest to the front and bring both feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, bow again. Inhale, through a flat back all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, arm by your side. Inhale, bring your arms back up, press your floor, the feet into the floor. Exhale, bow forward, lift your quadriceps. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. This time, step your right foot long and back toward the back of the room. You are on the ball of your back foot and you're really digging into that lunge. Empty your right knee to the mat. Maybe you grab your block to bring them from framing your front foot. Dig into that hip flexor, take the stretch, and keep your left hips engaged. And to do that, you're pressing into your front heel towards your back toe. Open your chest a little bit more. And on the exhale, you're going to back up your hips and try to do the best you can to take some type of stretch as you did on the other side. And you can see that my left side is very, very tight. So I'm just trying to find the best way for me. So my block are a bit higher and my spine is still long, and try to reach to the front of the room. My left foot is flex. Rebend into your front knee. Take that stretch again. Plant both of your block or again your hands. Try to not dump all the weight into your wrists. Tuck your back toes under and go back to that lunge. Inhale deep, deep. Exhale, straightening both of your legs. And maybe you're lifting the left toe as you did into the other side, or you leave it to the floor to help to ground that left hip, left leg. Inhale, rebend. Take the stretch. Proud chest. Exhale, belly in, both straight leg. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, rebend. Push your block away and step to plank pose. This time we're going to go all the way down, but we're not going to do again The same thing, you are safe, don't worry. And we're gonna take Cobra pose, Bhujangasana here. We're gonna roll the shoulder away from the floor, press into the top of the feet to lift the back of your neck towards the sky. Exhale, bow forward, forehead to the mat. Inhale, roll your shoulder away, press into the break of your hands and to the top of your feet. Belly in, lift the back of your neck toward the sky. Exhale, bow. Last one. Roll your shoulder away, press into the top of your feet to lift the back of your head toward the sky. Inhale, belly in. Exhale, bow forward. From here, you're going to tuck your toes under. Press everything straight line. So I don't want you to, if you're doing what I'm asking you, really try to engage everything and as a straight line, press to plank, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Big inhale and big exhale. We're gonna start to flow. If at any time it's getting too intense or too warm, you know that you always have the possibility to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. It's helping to regulate the temperature, but you can also take a child's pose, take a break, take a sip of water. Not too much water, just to avoid that your belly is getting too full, and then you cannot move anymore. But besides that, all good. Let's get going. Oh, sorry, we forgot one thing. So step back again, your left foot to the front of the room, and empty your right knee to the floor. Plant your right hand under your shoulder and open your chest. We didn't take the simple twist. On the left back, tuck your back toe under and lift your back to your back knee, the back of your leg towards the sky. That leg is super engaged. And it's really right rib cage toward the left side. This time, close your chest, go back to plank. And let's do a transition of vinyasa. Bend your elbows halfway towards your rib. Flip your feet and go low. Upward your torso. Urdhva Mukha. Press into the top of your feet. Your thighs are away from the floor. And you're opening your chest toward the front wall, belly in, and bring your hips back to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Exhale through your nose. On the next inhale, you're going to lift your right heel towards the sky and try to keep your left heel toward the mat. So it's not because you're lifting your leg that you need to lift everything else. So try to keep your dog as it is and just lift that heel toward the sky. Both of your lifted leg is super straight. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Tap if you can. Exhale, re-extend. Right heel high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Bring it back up. Big inhale. Exhale, knee to your chest. Round, round, round. Bring everything as high as you can so you're making room for that knee and for that feet to step to the front of the room. Inhale, low lunge. And then on the next exhale, you're going to bring both of your feet together. And we're going to do a Utkatasana type of thing. But I want you to get really low. So you are in a little squat type of thing. Your heel can come high, it's totally fine. And you're going to bring your hands to your chest and take a twist. So you're going to take your left elbow to your right thigh. And you're really having here the right position to get that twisted chair. So your hips are lower than your knees. And we want to keep that as we are lowering our heels and not going as high as we used to do in the chair pose. So it's really helping to stay as low as possible. Your belly is in and you're pressing into both of your hands to open your chest to the side. You're going to find a point that's not moving and you're gonna lift your left heel away from the floor. And eventually you're gonna curl that left heel. It's an arm string curl, right? So left heel toward your butt. Stay here, and maybe you take a little bit of flying time while you are extending that left leg long and back. And you're gonna land very slowly that left leg to the back of the mat. You're gonna bring your right arm overhead and your left arm overhead. Get long, your spine is super, super straight, but you're still twisting into your torso. Inhale, open up, warrior two. And maybe you straightening and rebending to be in the right posture here. A front heel, back arch alignment. And don't be shy, bend into that front knee. Crown of the head high, index finger away from one another. Bend a little bit more. Extend your front leg and reverse your triangle. Take a big stretch on your right side. And maybe you look to your back foot. Press into the front toe because it's starting to get light. Don't overextend your front knee as well, so maybe you put a little bend here. And we're gonna upward our torso and find maybe a block or something to make sure that your hand is having some support, and we're gonna fly to half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Your chest is open and your flying leg is as engaged as your standing leg. It's really helping to reach long everything you get. Crown of the head toward the front wall, flying heel toward the back wall, flying head towards the sky. And maybe there is someone who can like really, really grab that flying hand so you're getting bigger. And you're gonna take a half bind into your half moon. So you're gonna bring that left arm, hand towards your lower back. Bend into your standing leg and land very, very lightly to extended triangle. So the feet are exactly the same as warrior two. Maybe the stand is a bit shorter, but you have the same front heel back arch alignment. And your chest is staying open. And that arm into the back is really helping to keep that open to the side wall. Maybe you bend a little deeper into that front knee, which is above your front ankle. And you're gonna bring your right arm under your head and your left arm over your head. Close your chest toward the mat and plant both of your hands on the mat. Bring your right knee to three-leg plank. And we're gonna go into side plank directly on our left arm. So extend, it's like star pose on the side. And you're gonna bring your right toe, into the back of your left leg. Put your butt down, try to arrange yourself and take a star pose. No, not star pose, sorry. Rock star, even better. Take a big inhale here, take the stretch into your hips. Go back to side plank. So use your right arm to guide your chest and go high into the sky. And we're gonna look toward the front of the mat and we're gonna bring that right foot back where it was to the front of the mat. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, come to the back of the mat. Extend everything you have, this time, star pose. It's just a little bit of a break. We don't do anything crazy with our body. We just have 2 feet on the floor. Exhale, warrior two. So pivot that front, you see what I did? Pivot that front foot. Keep front heel back arch alignment and rebend into that front knee. Wiggling your arms to the mat. This time, both feet to the back of the room. Then your elbows half in chaturanga. Flip your feet upward the torso, Urdhva Mukha. Use your belly to bring your hips back to the sky, Adho Mukha. Inhale and exhale. 5 breaths. And it's very important to recognize when you want to work and what's the limit of your body. That doesn't mean that you are lazy because there is something that you cannot do. You're working toward it. You're practicing. That's exactly what yoga is teaching us. It's all about resilience. We don't have Olympic Games in yoga, so that's really just showing that with your brain and the dedication and the discipline of your practice, eventually things change. Slowly but surely. How can you bring that outside of your mat? Your arms are super straight. The ball of your feet are pressing into the mat. Inhale, left heel toward the sky. Your leg is super straight and nothing else in your body is changing. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Bring it back up. Exhale, left knee to your chest. Press the floor away to step that left foot in between your hands. And you're going to bring your right foot to meet your left. And do the same. Take that little squat. Get your hips low. And maybe you try to already have a proud chest. You think up dog into your chest, into your front body. Bring your hands to your heart center and twist your left knee and right elbow. So you're really trying to use the leverage to bring your chest toward your thumb. And again, think up dog into your chest. Bring your heels to the mat to take that little chair twist. And really make an effort of pressure the knee and the elbow together. Get your hips a little lower. Try to keep your chest open. And you're going to bring your right heel toward your butt. And to do that, you can press both of your knees together. That's going to help to keep the balance and keep the leg engaged. You find a point which is not moving, and you step that right foot long and back. Maybe you take a little hair time in between, and you're landing into that twisted lunge. You're going to bring your left arm overhead and your right arm under your head. And you're framing your head, and your spine is super long. Your neck is neutral. Exhale, open up to warrior 2. And maybe you having that right leg going a little further apart, because the stand of warrior 2 is very wide. Front heel back into your back foot, as well as your hands down. It's like you have a mini person under you and you really want to press into the head. Gaze in, that butt cheek is carving under, and that knee is tracking with your second and third toe. Bend a little deeper. One more. Okay, extend both of your legs and reverse your triangle. Your back end is super light while you're taking the stretch into your left rib cage. You continue to press into the back foot, and you try to not overextend your front foot. So your front knee, sorry. So for that, you maybe bring a little bend into it. Upward your torso, and found your gaze look forward to go to half moon pose. With me. So I really use the block to make sure that my chest stays open. And that's also helping me to open my neck. And usually the chest is going where the gaze is going. So as I'm opening my neck toward the sky, that's helping to keep my chest open toward the side wall. My flying leg is very, very much engaged. And I'm reaching my straight leg toward the back wall. I'm going to bring my right hands in my back to take the half bind and keep my chest open while I bend into my front knee and land long and back for extended triangle. Again, the chest is super open and you pressing into the back edge of your back foot. That butt cheek here is carving under, so that's helping to keep the knee in the right position. Inhale, exhale, bring your left arm under your head and your right arm over your head. Close your chest to the front of your mat. Bring both hands to your mat. Step your left feet long and back for a 3-leg plank. So you don't put your left feet on the floor. And you're doing the same as we were doing at the very beginning. Engage everything you have. And twist to the edge of your right foot to go to side plank on your right. Extend, open your chest. Step your left foot toward the back leg and take a seat. Arrange yourself. Maybe you're bringing that knee and the leg a little closer to you. When you're ready, you're pressing into that heel to lift your hips away from the floor and take rock star. Open your chest, take the stretch. You must feel pretty good. Big inhale. On your next exhale, we're going to go back to side plank. So use that left arm as your guide to really bring stability in that balance. Look at the front of your mat and bring your left foot to the front, sorry. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, star. Both feet pressing firmly into the mat and reach high with your arm. This time we're going to bring our heels in, toes out, and we're going to sway a little bit side to side. I'm going to just face you. So you really want to open the knees in track with your toes and your torso are long. Maybe you're pressing into your hips crease to take the pose a little deeper. And maybe you go a little lower. Last 4, maybe you pulse. Last 3, 2, and 1. We extend everything you have. Take warrior 2 to the front of the room. I'm just on the opposite side of you guys, but that's totally fine. Press into the back edge of your back foot. Index finger away from one another. And wimbling your arms down. Take it back. Plank pose. Bend your elbows halfway chaturanga. Flip your feet upward your torso. Urdhva Mukha. Thighs away from the floor. Please, please, please. Open your chest to the front wall, crown of the head. And flip your feet, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Big inhale. And big exhale. We're going to flow through that once more, and I'm going to give you some option to take it a little deeper, and then we will be done for today. Big inhale. Maybe you take a sip of water. I'm actually going to take a little sip of something as well. Let's take a few breaths. When you're ready, we're going to meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, you're going to bring your right heel towards the sky. Right knee, right elbow on your exhale. Inhale, bring it back up. Right knee, left elbow. Bring it back up. Right knee to your chest, press the floor away. Make room for that right feet to land in between your hands. Bring both feet to touch. And this time you can either go back to that little squat. I think it's a nice way to end to twisted chair. And we really press our left elbow towards right knee. Your hips are low and your chest is proud. Sink up dog into your shoulder, into your chest. Curl. So maybe you're going to lift first your left heel and you're going to bring your heels toward your butt and you're going to extend it as long as you can while you're looking a little bit further to keep your chest open. And it's bound half moon. Reach your left heel long and back. Your leg is super straight. Maybe you land slowly into twisted lunge, revolve lunge, sorry. And your thumb are still going toward your chest. Bring your right hand overhead. Your spine is super long. Left hand under your head. Reach long inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Big movement. Take room, take space. And don't be shy, re-engage into your front lunge. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Extend your leg, bring your right arm overhead, take the stretch into your right ribs. Maybe in, try to keep that hand very light, and maybe you look at the back of the room. Inhale, upward your torso. Exhale, go to half moon pose. Again, your back hand is going on something. Either it's a mat, either it's a block, a book, or whatever it is. And the important is like the same as triangle, what I was trying to say is like both of your torso are even. So it's really the right measurement here. So if you go in too low, here you see the side here is getting shorter. So we want to really take room and use the props to help us to get big. And this time we're going to try to curl that back toe towards your butt, and maybe you can grab the inner part of your foot with your hands. And you're going to press the hands into your feet into the head, and that's going to help to open your chest, and you're now in the back bend. And if you don't reach the foot, that's super fine. Next time you will be there. Don't spend the last 4 minutes to do that. Re-extend everything if you do have the hold. Don't slingshot it, try to be mindful. Re-bend into, that front knee to land into extended triangle. So you can either take the half bind as we were having earlier. If you feel ready and warm enough, you can take a full bind. And to do that, you're going to bring your right hand into the front, and you're going to grab from under your left hand. And you really keeping your chest open. So I don't want you to do like something like that and you're closing your chest. You really staying here. And maybe you're just trying. And maybe you grab a strap or like a belt or something to try to get into the sensation of it. But don't over force it. Don't give your shoulder to get into a crazy yoga bind, right? So we're just here and you're grabbing your fingertips, maybe your wrist, and your right butt cheek is carving under. Release your bind if you have it. Re-extend everything, arm on both sides of your head. Bring your right arm under and your left arm over. Close your chest, both hands to the mat. Bring your right foot to meet your left foot. And this time we're just gonna go directly to rock star. Bring your hips high. Just a little passing by side plank. Exhale, star pose. Inhale, horse. Toes out, heels in. And maybe you move side to side. Maybe you stay still and you get lower. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Wiggling your arms down. Step back, plank pose. Bend your elbows halfway chaturanga. Keep your feet toward the torso, up dog. Bring your hips back to the sky, downward facing dog. Big inhale. And big exhale. All right, last side. Last 3 breaths. Last 2. Inhale. Left knee, left elbow, exhale. Inhale, bring it back up. Left knee, right elbow, twist. Bring it back up. Knees to your chest. Step your left foot toward the front. Bring your right foot to meet your front foot. And go low with your hips. Bring your hands at your heart center and twist right elbow, left knee. Sink up dog into your chest and get low into your hips. Find a point which is not moving and curl your right heel toward your right butt cheek. And get long and back. Maybe some hair time. Twisting. Step long and back. Keep your chest open, crown of the head towards the front wall. Bring your left arm overhead, your right arm underneath, and open up warrior two. Get big, like round front heel back arch alignment. Try to have your front knee tracking with both of your toes. Leg in, index finger away from one another. Exhale, reverse your triangle, straightening your front leg and take the stretch into the rib cage. Upward your torso, exhale and reach to the front of the room, half moon pose. Get big, same feet as warrior two, except that that leg of course is flying, but it's still very much engaged. Get big into your chest. Maybe you look with your left eye at your right thumb. Get a little higher with your right leg. And maybe you bend that right leg and you bring the right hand to grab the inside edge of your foot. And you press everything, hand to the feet, your feet to your hands, and open your chest. And now you are in a back bend. Maybe your head is going a little back as well. Breathe in, last 2 breaths. Re-extend everything you have without slingshotting anything. And take your time to rebend into your front knee. And land in extended triangle. So again, you have the option to take the bind. Here, you have your right hand to the back of your back and keep that shoulder where it is. And maybe you stay here because that's helping to get your chest at the right place. If you want the full bind, you bring in your left hand underneath and you're staying really, really much open to reach your right hand with your left hand. Breathe in, carve your left butt cheek under to continue to open your chest. Release your bind if you have it. Bring your right hand overhead Left arm overhead. Close your chest. Both hands to the mat. 3-leg plank. Directly into rock star on your right hand. Open your chest, get big again. Big inhale. Exhale. Use your left arm to go back to side plank and step your left foot to the front of the room. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, star pose. Take time to regroup here. Belly in. Press your feet into the ground. Exhale, warrior 2. And bring both hands to your mat, winging down. Go back to plank pose. Bend your elbows, halfway chaturanga. Flip your feet, upward your torso. Exhale, bring your hips back to the sky. Downward facing dog. Big inhale and big exhale. I'm gonna try to jump through. I don't know how I feel today, so maybe it will work, maybe it's not gonna work. But hey, that's what I was saying earlier. We're trying, we practice. And some days it works, and some days it don't. So to jump through, as you can see, I bring my blocks to make sure that the ground is a bit closer. Don't go super wide like that because you think you need to bring your hips in between your arms, because actually here, that's giving you less room to flow. So you need to have, yes, enough room to put your butt, but I'm sure, yeah, you need to be pretty honest with yourself. And you're gonna look where you're going. So your feet are gonna land over there. And that's where you're gonna look, because again, your body is going where your gaze is, right? And you should not think about it too much. So despite of everything I just said, you're gonna take a big inhale, and we're in a seated posture. And we're just gonna take a very quick Navasana boat pose. So in Navasana, you're gonna keep your chest open as we did for the whole class. Maybe you're bringing your toes to the ground and you're grabbing the back of your feet, of your thigh with your hand. Maybe you're bringing your chin parallel to the floor, and maybe you're reaching your arm side to side, and you keep your chest super open, and maybe you're bringing your arm overhead, and maybe you're reaching your leg very straight, and you're bringing everything as big as you can. Last 5, 4, breathe, 3, breathe the shake, 2, and 1, hands heel to the mat. Slowly. No drama, right? Use your breath to calm you down rather than panicking. And you're going to take a fold forward. So bring your arms overhead once more and empty your torso toward your thigh. Maybe you reach your toes, but maybe not. I'm going to say it. You're not going to find enlightenment by touching your toes. So however, it's helping on that pose to grab your toes, because that's really about the lower back. So to do so, just bend your knees, literally. There is nothing better than bending your knees to bring your torso and your thigh a bit closer. You can also put a block in between here. This block is a bit big, but you can just come here. So that's helping to reach and release basically your chest on something. So your lower back is feeling a bit more, less tense, and has a little bit more space. Inhale and exhale. Relax your head. Don't do anything weird with your tongue or with your teeth or with your eyeballs. Inhale, go back to seated. And we're going to open our left leg to the sky and bring our right heel into that tree position. So the right heel is going inside of our left thigh, sorry, excuse me. And we're going to take first a twist or bending knee. So that left leg is super engaged, and we're going to twist. We did a lot of twisting, so I think we are pretty good into that spinal twist. But just to get back to neutral, and we're going to go toward that extended leg and really use the leverage of that right hand on the left knee to open our chest a little bit more. We're going to continue to use our block and place a block inside or outside of our extended left leg for me. And personally, I'm going to put it outside because that's going to help me to keep my chest pretty open. And I'm going to empty my left elbow, as you can see, on the block to just bring the floor a little bit closer. And I'm going to open my chest again towards the side wall. I'm going to bring my right hand overhead. And you're reaching for the foot. So you see, I'm super, super far. But at least I'm going toward that. And I'm using the block and my left elbow to press and have my chest a little bit more open to take a stretch into my side rib. Inhale, go back. Re-extend both of your legs towards the front wall. Plant your hands behind you and press into your heel to lift your hips toward the sky. And you can raise your head toward the back of the room. Empty your hips to the mat. And we're going to take the same stretch on the other side. So we're going to open our right leg toward the sides and our left heel toward the inside of our right thigh. Press the sit bone into the floor, and maybe you're using a block inside or outside of your extended leg. First of all, you're taking a twist toward the bended knee, your spine, and your chin is away from your chest. Inhale, go on the other side. Take a counter twist type of thing. And your sit bone, both of your sit bone are equally pressing to the floor. And we're going to take the side stretch. So you bring in your elbows, your right elbow, towards the mat or the block. And bring your left arm overhead to take the stretch into your side ribs. Last 3 breaths. And last one. For your torso, bring both feet to the front of the room. And we're going to lower down because we need to go towards closing that class. If you want to have a hip stretch, you can take either figure 4, so something like that. You can also use a wall to do figure 4, or you can take pigeon. If you think that you worked enough, you can also take something, I forgot, sorry about that. But basically, you're going to take your knees very wide and the plant of your feet together. That's going to help you release your hips, and you can do that during Shavasana. And if it's really tense on your lower back, you can use a block to put under your feet. That's also helping to open your hips a little deeper. If you want, you can also bring some block or a towel or something underneath your knees. That's also because it's supporting your hips, helping them to open. Last thing, if you want to do it with me, take a big inhale through your nose and keep it in. Take a little sip and still keep everything in. One more. And then Shavasana. If you have more time to take a little rest, you can take another 2 minutes. If you need to get rolling with your day, I totally get it. So you can meet me in a seated posture. So maybe you bring your knees into your chest and roll to one side. And use your top arm to apply the torso. And come to a seat. Bring your hands at your heart center. Bow your chin towards your hand in a gesture of gratitude. Be proud in your chest. And remember, if you don't get to try the first time, just try again. Eventually it will come together. Bring your thumb to your third eye center, place of your intuition. Thanks for your time and your trust. I'll see you very soon. Namaste.
Thank you guys. See you soon.